The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the June 21st, the magical Monday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, well, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, and that's this. During this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, hey, we've got you covered there too. Go ahead, send me an email. Send it to Steve at TFNN.com. But inside that subject heading, if you'd be kind enough to put radio show question, and inside our Tigers Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Magical Monday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we've got all the U.S. indices trading to the upside. The Dow is up 520 points, 1.6%. S&P 50 points. The NASDAQ 163. Russell's up 46. That's a little over 2%. Semis up 7 points. So they're the week indice out here. You've got the gold is up $14. Silver 4 pennies. Light sweet crude is up $2. That's nearly a 3% move. That is on its way into the $90 area longer term. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside individual stocks. You've got Shopify, $51, 3.5%. Chipotle, $30, 2%. Lidl Inc. up 86%. CoStar Group up 28. Alphabet 23. To the downside, MicroStrategy up 65. NVIDIA 24. Amazon's down 22. HubSpot 16. GameStop is up 13. CrowdStrike 7. So there's movers and shakers out there. Of course, I want to look at what you want to look at. Let's take the first request, and we'll go take a look at the general markets. Don't want to get behind. Only one request so far. This first one coming in from Michael W. Michael says, hey, can you take a look at August live cattle? I'm short and looking for a price objective to the downside. And so absolutely, Mike, let's go take a look at live cattle. The July contract, that's the active contract. Let's go try to figure out where there's some support levels for you to look at. Now, live cattle, for some reason, I can't get the charts to pull up on my white background screen, but that's okay. We've got enough data here on our black background screens to give you the information that you're looking for. So here we take a look at live cattle. It's the July contract. It's not July, it's August, right? You're trading August. Yeah, you said August. There we go. So let me pull over the August. We're just going to just make this, all we're going to look at is the August contract. So the first thing that I would point out to you out here is that there's a new profile that formed on Friday. And, Mike, that new profile formed below price. So that is bullish when you have supply below where price is trading. Your first level of support on a continued pullback out here is going to be the top of that profile. And I'm going to give you three numbers, but you're looking at 119.79. That would be your first real nice price objective to the downside. Below that, you're looking at 118.93. Below that, 118.08. And then below that, you'd be getting back towards the swing point from June 1st out here. And what I would do is I'd look at this little cluster of rising trend lines, and that's really in about the 115, 116 type area. But the answer to your question is, where is the a level of support that you need to keep an eye on? Right now, that's going to be 119.70 out here, 119.79. And really what we can also see is that this is a consolidation pattern that price is trading in live cattle. And the top of the consolidation looks like that. The bottom is going to pretty much look kind of like this. So if prices, watch as prices pulling back to that level, because you just may get a move all the way down to the bottom of the consolidation. As prices approaching these support levels, what I would do is go to a short-term time frame chart, such as a 30 and a 60-minute, see if there's any kind of bottoming signals. If not, just lower your stop. You're short on this, and best of luck to you on that trade. So everything here looks pretty good. No other real messages on the other futures contracts, other than to say that if you were to watch it, just as another thing for you to use to generate your trading decision out here, just know that the December cattle futures contract, which isn't really that active, nonetheless, price is pulling right back into a bullish structured profile here. So in this profile form, price was already inside of it, and so price is sitting at a support level. So watch 128.81 to 129.33. I know you're not trading it, but still watch the price action there, because if that fails, that's really what you'd like to see. I'd say that's what you'd like to see for being short live cattle. So, Michael, thanks so much for writing in. Have a great day. No other questions at this stage. So let's just go to the general markets and what is going on. Now, on Friday when we were together, of course, oftentimes we have to wait till the end of the show for some of the tools that you and I like to use to assess what the markets are doing. But I know we mentioned it because of the way that the spot volatility index was trading. And what do you mean by that, Steve? Well, the way that it was trading on Friday was it was trading. We talked about, hey, watch this because this could end badly during the day, and you could get a one-day rate of change greater than 10%. That really is the top portion of this panel. That is the blue arrow out here. And typically when you get a one-day rate of change above plus 10%, by the way, that rate of change was 16.62%. What you typically see on the following trading session is a bouncer bottom. So what you are seeing unfold today is nothing unusual. That was signaled to you and I. Now, what we have to watch here is what is really the intent of price. And in the case of the ES Mini, you could see it's trying to take on the bottom of that profile. Price is able to close back inside that. That's a suggestion that price should make a move back to the 42.24. Maybe it's back to the top of the weekly profile, which is 41.50. Could even make it all the way back to the 42.44 level. So closing above, and the key level to watch today is 42.04. Closing back inside that says, I want higher price. The NQ is saying, I want higher price. Now, it hasn't taken out Friday's high. So that part it hasn't. It has taken out Friday's low, so it's always a little bit suspect. But what it didn't do on Friday is it did not close below the top of the daily profile out there. And therefore, it remains bullish, and that says price should target 14,311, perhaps 14,545. The Dow, which has been the weak link out here, or was the weak link, all that did on Friday was confirm a TD 9-count bottom pattern. We're looking at the Dow Equity Futures contract. It did that right as price was testing a very key level of support, the bottom of its bullish structured weekly profile. It has held. There's no change in trend inside the Dow. As we can see, the Dow right now, Dow Equity Future contract, is back inside the bottom of its daily profile, and that's 33,635. That's the number to watch at today's close. If price is able to close inside that, well then likely price is going to make a move up to the 34,039, 34,175 area. The Russell 2000. Big mover today, up a little over 2%, I believe, right now. But it is back inside its bullish structured daily profile. But it's been a little psychotic here. And so I'm not really going to focus on it with regard to its profiles. Not that they're not valuable and important, because they are. But really, the best signal is coming from the Dow with regard to what the intentions of the markets are, as well as that spot volatility index. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information. Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE, and you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, Michael in Harrisburg, Virginia. One of our dinners has your back. That's Mr. Bill in the Tiger's Den. He was able to pull up that oscillator and change line level. I was able to do the same as well, but thank you for saving me there, Mr. Bill. 121 is the number that I would be watching. If price closes below that, that suggests that you should see a move back to the 119.79 level out there. So, hey, Mr. Bill, thanks so much for that information. Let's go to a caller out here. We've got Jim on the phone from Palm Harbor, I believe. Jim, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hello. Yes. Great show. I love your show. I've got 2 questions for you. One about IBM. I covered a hedge I had on it on Friday, and I'm looking. It's getting maybe a little extended by measure, and I was thinking about putting another hedge on for a long position I have, thinking that we're going to maybe bottom sometime before the 4th of July, and. The second stock is Roku, and I'm long Roku, and I'm looking for overhead resistance there.
Okay. So in the case of IBM, here's what we know about the stock right now. First, on a daily time frame, price is trading below support being 147.56. So that's the first number that you should look at. If this is just a counter trend move inside of IBM, that's where it should find resistance. That is the bottom of the daily profile, if I didn't mention that. Now, if price gets a little bit above that, Jim, wouldn't be unusual because the top of the weekly profile is 148.74. So we're looking at at least a bounce here moving into the 147.56, 148.74 level. And above that, your other resistance level is going to be 154.36. And that's coming from the monthly time frame. So initial resistance levels to be watching, 147.56, 148.74, and 154.36. Any close above 154.36 basically says you're back off to the races to the upside. So any questions about those charts or those values that we looked at, and then I'll pull up my white background chart, see what other signals we can find.
No, that's super. That's exactly what I wanted is market profile data. Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So in the case of IBM, we take a look at the white background chart. What we can see is that on Friday, so first this formed a TD9 count top. It does it on bar number 8. At the same time that it was doing that, it was generated a Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal. It confirmed that signal on June 14th. Now, when you get topping signals, what we do is we look for price to pull back to support. To the extent profiles are available, those would be the first levels of support. At least it tells us where the battleground is. The ultimate and final level of support is going to be its breakout area. Prices pulling back to breakouts would be normal, and that's where you'd like to buy it. That would be where the buy the dip levels would be, and that was at 143.75. Now, what happened on Friday is price closed just below that, Jim. However, I've got this 2-day rule because otherwise we're just dealing with potentially one-hit wonders out there. And today, price is back above 143.75. IBM, if it can close above its oscillator and change line, and it's green, if it can close above that, that's 149.01 right now, then it would turn bullish and suggest they move up to that 151.96 area. And that's coming from the daily time frame. So does that give you enough information about IBM to go ahead and place or not place, but at least enough information for you on that trade?
It's perfect. Thank you.
The second trade I believe you were taking a look at, was that Roku?
Roku, yeah.
Okay. So tell me what you're doing here with Roku so I can try to help you.
So I've been long Roku for a while, but I've been selling calls against the position, and I've currently got a kind of funky position where I've got a call spread long, a small long position, and then I'm short some calls. So essentially, I'm long,
right.
but I'm looking to trade around it. So I'm looking for resistance levels. Sort of immediately on the daily, if you will.
Perfect. Well, I'll give it to you. I give it to you on the daily. So the daily's got a different picture than the weekly. And right now, because of the trades that you're in, what I really want you to know is you're sitting at resistance. And resistance is 385.16, and price is trading right now at 383.77. I don't know, Jim, if you can see us on either Tiger TV.
I can. I'm looking right now. Yeah, super.
Great. So you're looking at this. You're looking at the center panel chart there, and it's a weekly time frame. Notice how each of the 3 tops of the weekly profiles have just been a slight stair step down.
Right.
That's actually a slightly bearish signal out there because each profile is forming below another profile. That doesn't mean that buyers can't take it out. We both know that buyers can take out any kind of resistance out there, but it's important for you and I to understand where resistance is at. Would I put out the trade that you're looking at right here, right now? No, I wouldn't, because you're sitting at resistance. You can always get back in on that trade, but right now I'd maybe take a look at a little bit of housekeeping out here because price is sitting at resistance. If I were to only look at the daily chart, I wouldn't give you that signal. Because instead what I would say is, hey, look what it did on Friday. Price closed above a bearish structured daily profile. You've got additional confirmation today. You're trading into a swing point that takes you back to the trading session of April 14th. That had 3.5 million shares, and you're moving into it 4.6. So this has got 2 different messages out here. And so it depends on whether you're an aggressive trader or a conservative trader. But what we do
so I tend to be more bullish, and of course I'm not. This is not a day trade for me. I tend to want to be long this. So I would listen. If I'm waiting signals, then I'm waiting the bullish one, the longer term higher.
Yeah. I'm not suggesting that you go short Roku.
Yeah, of course.
But absolutely saying, hey, look, you're really right now up at a resistance level out here. So this would not be the place where you would be looking to add to those bullish positions.
Yeah.
Instead, I think you've got to wait for price to at least close above the 385.16 level. Okay?
Super. Thank you. That's very helpful.
You bet, Jim. Thanks so much for calling, and we'll look forward to speaking to you again soon, I hope. Let's go out to Mozam, who's on the phone as well. Mozam, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
I'm very well, Steve. How are you?
Very good. Thanks for asking. And Shopify is what you're after, I believe. Tell me what you're doing, how I can help you.
So basically, I just wanted to see in terms of your TD9 count, how are we looking? I had a target of about $1,600 for this, and I've been long from about $1,430 on this one, so a short-term trade for me. And I just wanted to look whether, from a TD9 count perspective, if we are just near there or what should I be doing?
Well, the hair on the back of your neck must be standing up. Because you asked that question, I'm going to answer that first. Are we near there? We're there. Today, so Friday was bar number 9. Today is going to be the bar following bar number 9. Man, am I smart or what? Now, the last time when Shopify made its bottom, it happened to be with a TD9 count. It was on the trading session of May the 13th. When it last made its top, or a top, was back on April 14th. That was with a TD9 count. That occurred on the bar following bar number 9. So, Mozam, they're definitely worth respecting out here. Doesn't mean that you go ahead and sell. Well, let's first look at the 30-minute time frame chart. And on a third, because when I see a topping pattern on a daily or price hitting resistance, what I look for is on a short-term time frame, do we see any kind of a signal here of a turn? Now, price was stretched on the 30-minute basis, so it had the Rhodes Momentum Indicator signal triggered. And as we came into 1 o'clock, it did generate a shooting star candle. So you do have a bearish confirmation that suggests Shopify could or should pull back into about the 1462, 1482 level. Mozam, we're about to go to a hard breakout here. So hang on. We'll come back. We'll take a look at Shopify and I'll answer every question that you've got. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Are you having fun trading the markets but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're on the line with Mozam in the UK. We're taking a look at Shopify out here. SHOP is the ticker symbol. And his first question was, where do we stand in the TD9 count? And as we were describing before we went to that break, there was a TD9 count that formed on Friday. Today is the final day of this pattern, if it's going to hold. Now, the cool thing here about this pattern, Mozam, is that if you do see a close above today's high, whatever it is, right now, that's 1552.23, that's going to tell you about a strong momentum move to the upside out here. And that you will most certainly get your 1600, or you should get your 1600 price target. Now, the 1600 price target, folks, is the 1.618 C to D expansion of the A to B. So you can see a clear A to B equals CD pattern here. Prices continue to move higher. And the way that I would trade this is I would wait for the bearish reversal candle to confirm the top out here. So that's one way and the reason why I say that, Mozam, hey, we've got the daily signal, so we've got to pay attention to it. We'll go take a look at those short-term time frames out here. But prices above the daily, weekly, monthly profiles out here. And so I'd be a little bit hesitant to go ahead and exit that long trade. And that is primarily because even though we've got some short-term topping signals, this is the 10-minute chart. I can put the 30-minute chart back up here. And on the 10-minute chart, you've got a TD9 count. It was bar number 8, a Rhodes momentum indicator signal. It's trading inside a bearish structured profile. What that says is that if today's high gets taken out, just on the 10-minute chart, super strong, because you'd be up above a TD9 count and you'd be up above a bearish structured profile. Otherwise, you should anticipate that price could pull back to either the bottom of that profile at 1489 or its breakout level of 1461. I think I heard you say, Mozam, that you're in the 1400 area, but I don't know if I heard that correctly or not.
1450, around that area.
Yeah.
1448 to be precise.
Got it. Okay. So, it's just these short-term topping signals, are suggesting that price could pull back in that 1462, 1482, 1489-ish type. I mean, if it does that, nothing's wrong. It's just to be expected based upon the patterns that are out there. The only thing that could be wrong is the fact that today is going to become bar number 9. So does that help you out? I don't want to confuse you or anything.
No, it helps me out a lot. That's perfectly fine because I've traded in 2 accounts. One is for short term and one is for the longer term. So I'll just keep it in the longer one, keep it going, and the shorter term I can have a look at, if these support levels are being broken down on 30-minute charts. What would be the level to watch on the 30-minute chart, please?
Sure. So let me pull Shopify back out here. So I'm going to give you a couple different levels. On a 30-minute time frame, what we're looking at is really, so it's trading inside a bullish structured profile. So resistance first is going to be 1542.26. Support is going to be between the area of 1462.47 and 1482.42. The reason I say in between that area is because it's a bullish structured 30-minute profile. And so that's where the buyers are lined up in between that price level. Okay. And if you were to see it close below 1462, then take those profits that you do have because it really could open up the door to pull back to 1351. Do we see that now? We don't at all see that now, but anything can happen.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Steve. Have a great day.
You too, and thanks so much for calling. And the next question, I think there are 2 in the Tigers Den. Let's take a look at the OIH. I believe that came in first. That might have been S&P. So as we take a look at the OIH out here right now, trading out at 228.98. It's below the bottom of its daily profile, so your resistance level on it is going to be the bottom of that box. That's at 231.17. If price is able to get above that, S&P are looking at 239.63. On the weekly time frame, things are relatively bullish because price is now trading back above the top of the profile. So you'd love to see this stay above the 226.37 level. If it does, your area of resistance, of course, we talked about 231.17 and then 239.63. If those levels were to fail, then 254.64, which is the top of the monthly profile, would become the target inside the OIH. Let me pull over my other charts here for the OIH, see what other kind of signal information we can provide the S&P. The daily time frame out here, as we can see, what can we see? Really not much. Do I have any kind of a topping signal out here? Not really. I don't see an A to B equals CD pattern. I probably have to go back further, but at this stage here, I don't. That doesn't mean that it didn't top because, hey, price is now down below its daily, bottom of its profile, its oscillator and change line. So on OIH out here, the daily time, not getting any additional information for you, S&P, on the daily basis. On the weekly, no, not really. So we've got mixed signals out here. Let's just look at a 30-minute time frame. The 30-minute time frame shows that right now you are forming bar number 9. And so this suggests that between 2 and 2:30, you could see a short-term top inside the OIH. Now, where price would pull back to, that's not totally clear to me. I can tell you the value that I've come up with is 223.56, and that would be the oscillator and change line. So the 30-minute chart says, now what you want to really do about this, S&P, is watch this 30-minute time frame and the TD9 count pattern unfold. That high could come again so it's going to be the high of either the high between 130 and 230. And I don't know what that high is going to be. But if price takes that high out on a 30-minute basis, then that tells you about a strong momentum move to the upside inside of the OIH, and then that says, okay, we start to go target the bottom of that daily profile on a 231 level. So S&P, I hope that helps you out with regard to what the OIH is doing. Thanks so much for the question. The next question that came in inside the Tigers Den, I think this is all of them, but if not, and you have a question in the Tigers Den, would you retype that in for me, and I'll get to that? That would be very helpful to me. Inside of, so we're going to go take a look at the Dr. Copper. And Ruby's question, I believe, I'm paraphrasing here. Ruby's been scalping to the upside, taking long trades, and her question is, when can she do more than just scalp to the upside? And my response to her was, right now. Now let's try to go figure this out. And I said it was dependent upon where copper closes. Right now, copper has a bullish engulfing candle. Why is that important? It's not important because it's a bullish engulfing candle. It's important because it's a bullish engulfing candle that is now formed along the C to D leg of the A to B equals CD pattern. So the 1-to-1 price projection level was $4.26. See how it formed a nice little green-bodied candle? A green-bodied candle doesn't make it bullish, nor does a red-bodied candle make it bearish out there. And the key here about this A to B equals CD pattern, if you really want to perfect it, and there's other things that you can do to that, is don't just buy or sell the 1-to-1 level. That's insane, because price doesn't necessarily stop at those areas. Price is going to stop where it wants to. How do we know when the cavalry, in this case here, when the bulls are attempting to form a bottom? That's very easy. They can't hide. They have to show their cards. This is like playing blackjack against a dealer that has to show you both cards. And here, those cards are shown by creating that bullish reversal candle. Doesn't mean that sellers can't outrun buyers, but it is your first indication that the market is trying to form a bottom. When these bullish reversal candles come at the completion of a pattern, this pattern here is a Gartley buy pattern. That's what you've got inside of high-grade copper right now for the July contract. Then right now, Ruby, if you were a longer-term trader, you've got the buy signal right now as we speak. When we come back from this break, Ruby and I want to go take a look at the short-term time frame charts just to see what kind of signals they're providing us as well. We'll be right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So now we're at the 30-minute time frame chart. Ruby and I decided to go look at the 30-minute time frame chart to provide us with information about what copper is doing. So we know that copper is attempting to form a buy the D point. We covered that on taking a look at the daily time frame chart. The confirmation of that for us, as a potential change in trend, is when we start seeing key levels of resistance fail, and we go look at that on the short-term time frame chart. On this set of charts here I've got is a 30-minute. So what we can see is that 30-minute level that price needs to overtake, Ruby, to give you that confirmation of additional assurance, additional probabilities of price continuing to move higher, is 4.203. That's a TD9 breakdown level. Likewise, to the downside, if price were to close below 4.122, that's his TD9 breakout area, that would say, okay, maybe copper isn't ready to form the bottom just yet. So that's what you're looking at. Now, we can also see, and I don't want you, if price pulls back here, I want you to expect that. Not because it's got any kind of a topping pattern. It does not. It's only in wave number 4, that's letter D, and it did not confirm a TD9 count top. It could during this bar here if we make a higher high. But without that, the other thing that we know is the oscillator and change line for the 30-minute time frame changed colors. Did it a couple hours ago, went from red to green. When that typically happens, we usually see price stall, whether it's to the downside or to the upside. In this case here, it was to the upside. Price stalls. And what you're looking for there, the next test really, Ruby, is price testing that oscillator and change line. A test and rejection is bullish. And so that's what you would be looking for on a 30-minute time frame. Likewise, on the daily, come back to the daily picture. Assuming that this buy the D point works, then the rally, or in this stage here, we're going to call it a counter trend rally. On a bigger picture now, on the daily time frame, we can see how that oscillator and change line went from green to red. Same outcome. We should see price and that line catch up to each other. And knowing that we've got this bullish reversal candle at this stage here, that confirms a buy the D point. And I don't know if price is going to make it up to 438, if price is going to go sideways, but price should go target that oscillator and change line to the upside. And there's where you're going to get a release of information, because a test and rejection, in this case here closing lower below it, would say, could be problems in River City. So that's what we see when we take a look at high-grade copper, Ruby. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for asking the question. Let's go to our next one. The next question out here coming in from Jerry. Jerry wants to take a look at going long CDE. So let's go take a look at CDE and get back to its 3 time frame charts out here. That is now, I just think it's called Core, isn't it? CDE, Core Mining. And Core Mining trading below the bottom of its daily profile with inside its weekly profile. That would suggest that price could easily pull back to test the bullish area of that weekly profile, and that's anywhere between 830 and 882. You're looking to go long. We're going to give you somewhere between 830 and 882 out there, so you got a 52-cent difference. Let's pull over Stevie's other white background chart, see if there's any other signal information here that we should consider. And on the daily time frame, you're in bar number 5 right now. So, we could be the end of the week, early next week is when you could get that TD9 count, so let's not worry about that at this stage of the game. There's nothing else on the daily chart that suggests that there's a bottom or anything. And on the weekly basis, we've already taken a look at those profiles. The monthly chart is saying about 837, so back to the yeah, perfect. So you got the monthly says, hey, I pull back to 837. Nothing is wrong. That gets you in between your 830, 882 level out here. So that's what I see when we take a look at Core Mining, Jerry. I hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for your patience and writing in. The next question, and the only other question I've got at this stage of the game that I know of, is from JT in New York. And JT wants to take a look at ticker symbol FENY. And that is Fidelity Covington Trust out here. And the question is, I know you're a bullish energy, at what price would you buy FENY? Interesting. So, this looks like it's trading very similarly to the OIH that we took a look at. If we take a look at its daily time frame, where it's priced, below the bottom of its daily profile. Here, as I recall, the OIH price was above the top of its weekly profile. Same setup here in Fidelity Covington for the weekly time frame. So let me pull over just on the daily. Here. What price would you buy it? Man. So you're going to form it's going to form, not you, but it's going to form a TD9 count as we speak. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to wait. You're not going to buy it today. You're going to wait to see how this trades tomorrow, to see if this TD9 count takes effect and you get some type of a pullback out here on a 30-minute time frame. I don't have any bottoming signal on the daily chart out here. And much like the OIH, I think kind of my suggestion to SMH was, maybe just hold off at this stage here because we don't have a clear signal. I don't know what type of trader you are out here, Jerry. What I would do is, because of this TD9 count top, maybe you're more intraday or you're willing to take a little bit more risk or something. See if this TD9 count top can form on a 30-minute, pull back, test a level of support. That level of support right now could be 1442, 1448, 1456. But if it doesn't break those levels of support, and you might at least have an A to B equals C to the upside. But now is not the time, based upon the 30-minute time frame chart, and really the daily and weekly charts are giving us diverging messages out there. So I hope that helps you out. Hey, we're gonna go back to the doctor, Dr. Copper. We're going to do that by going out to speak with Ron in Denver. Ron, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Yes, Steve. Thank you for taking the call. You just made comments on copper, high-grade copper, that probably has hit a short-term bottom and probably bounced back to its oscillator line. Would that make Freeport-McMoRan FCX a good time to get involved with that after it's made about a 15% correction?
So we'll go take a look at FCX. I would say that the most important aspect about FCX is understanding where the Australian dollar is trading. When you trade FCX, it is really like, let me see if I can pull up this chart here pretty quickly. Open file. But I'm going to answer your question. And so there is that other element that you really should take into account, Ron, in trading Freeport-McMoRan, because
okay.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I want to try to pull it up.
I don't follow the Australian dollar.
Huh? You don't? Well, okay. So have you traded FCX a lot?
No, just at times, but I just thought with copper pulling down because of copper prices falling down like this, FCX really came down, sure. And I don't know. how long it'll take, if it'll continue falling further. But, the demand is still going to be out there. You're going to see more homes being built, infrastructure. I see a lot of economic demand for copper still being, I see it coming back.
Absolutely. So, Ron, are you able to watch this on Tiger TV? Do you see these?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, here, just to make the point, you can see where my crosshair is at out there, and you can see the bottom inside of the Australian dollar, and you can see the bottom inside of FCX, all occurring back in March of 2020 out
okay.
there. And you can see how Freeport-McMoRan has been rising. Take a look at the Australian dollar, see how it's been rising out here. Notice how the Australian dollar is pulling back.
Right.
How FCX has been pulling back.
Right.
It's really more about the Australian dollar than it is about copper.
I see. Okay.
So we're about to go to a hard break here, Ron. You can hold on if you'd like. But,
no, I think you answered my question. The Australian dollar will probably bring a lot. I'll wait a while on it.
Thanks, Ron. We'll be right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. So the chart that we have up on our screen right now is Southern Copper, SCCO, and it's really related to the question that Ron was asking, because I talked him out of the going long FCX, just simply didn't really talk him out of it, but just said, hey, you've got to consider the Australian dollar as much as whatever the commodities are doing. It's a little bit easier in the case of Southern Copper, Ron, And so if we take a look at Southern Copper, 2 days ago it generated a TD9 count pattern out here. So you've got that bottoming signal along with what we're seeing inside of copper. Price should go ahead and target around the 63.46 level. That's its daily oscillator and change line. And if price can close above that, then you're looking at about 67.09, 68.82, 70.91 being the price targets to the upside. Now, I'm not saying that FCX isn't going to bounce out here. In fact, it very likely is, or at least stall. And the reason I'm pulled back over the FCX chart, we didn't get a chance to look at this. The reason why we would say that is to be consistent. We're always consistent here. We try to be. The oscillator and change line changed colors about 3 days ago. What did price do? It stalled. And so we should see price and that line catch up to each other. Now, I don't know whether it's the line coming down, price moving up, some kind of combination of those, but we don't have a bottoming signal here, whereas we did inside of Southern Copper. So, Ron, to the extent that you want to play copper, then Southern Copper would really be one of the ways for you to do that out there. And there may be a copper ETF. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the den knows. If you do, type it in real quickly because we're only on the air for another 20 seconds or so out here. So let's, in fact, take a look at what do we know about the markets today. Let me go take a look at, we're talking about the TD9 counts and everything. Let me try to quickly get to this chart right here, and I'm going to pull it over, and that is the Dow. Because the Dow generating really gigantic bottoming signal was doing that on Friday, which was the TD9 count. There's the Dow Equity Future contract, and we should see price make its way up, it looks like, to about the 34,146 area. Hey, folks, if you're off to start your Monday, have a magical one. We'll look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and have just simply a terrific Monday, folks. See you soon.